Hello, my name is Dr. Dondee Nettles, and I want to talk about a very important topic today, and that is activation versus supplementation as it relates to your weight loss journey, your weight management journey, or your pursuit of wellness in general. You want to be activated, and let me share with you why. First, let's talk about the foundation. Or let's bring this into proper context and ask the question, why do we even need to know the difference between activation and supplementation? And why does it even matter? And why should I care? Those would be really good questions. Well, let me set the foundation and lay the groundwork for this discussion that we're about to have. In 2002, there was a book written by Raymond Francis called Never Be Sick Again, where it's one disease, two causes, six pathways, and health is a choice. Learn how to choose it. So in this book, it talks about the whole thing about disease, there's only one disease. Every single diagnosis that you can think of or a doctor can name or a prescription can be written for, all of them have one cause, and that is cellular malfunction. Cellular malfunction is the only disease. And there's two causes of cellular malfunction. So the disease is cellular malfunction, though they may name it all kinds of different things. But there's only two causes of cellular malfunction, and they're toxicity and deficiency. So toxicity means you are being poisoned by something, either in your internal or external environment or both. And as a result of that toxicity, your cells start to malfunction. And if left long enough and enough of them start to get into this cellular malfunction, we call it a disease. Sometimes it's inconvenient, sometimes it's terminal. But that's the reality. And the only other cause is deficiency. So your body needs something, it's not getting it. As a result of it not getting it, the cells start to malfunction. And if left long enough, we call it a disease, whether it's an inconvenience or terminal. And activation handles both of those situations because there are pathways in your body when activated, they detox and they get rid of the toxins that are in your body. There's also pathways in your body when activated, they make what you're deficient in. Think about that. So for example, this right here is one of the original bottles of a supplement called Protandim. It's now been called Protandim, the NRF2 Synergizer, because way back in the early 2000s when this bottle was originally made, they literally didn't even know it triggered the NRF2 pathway. They just knew that it reduced oxidative stress significantly, which was important. But then they discovered why. And the whole concept this was a supplement then. We weren't talking about activation because we really didn't know. Well, this is what we know now. You can activate a pathway and the body will make the antioxidants, or you can take the antioxidants like blueberries or pomegranate juice or kale or turmeric or cinnamon or something measured in what's called an ORAC value, right? The measurement of an antioxidant benefit in the blood. How about the measure of the antioxidant benefit in the cell? To be well, heal the cell. To be well, heal the cell. Write that down. When you can help the cell fix itself by triggering the pathway to get the bad stuff out in a detox and get the good stuff in making the remedy, you win. How about collagen? The most prevalent protein in the human body. Of the 20,000 proteins that your body makes, collagen is the most important. And every year after the age of 30, your body loses 1 to 2% of its ability to make it, which is why people are supplementing collagen. But did you know there's a pathway in your body when triggering specific cells called fibroblasts that make collagen? With this True Science Liquid Collagen product, you turn it back on. So again, one disease, cellular malfunction, two causes, deficiency or toxicity, and activation handles them both. When you activate pathways that detox, you get toxins out. When you activate pathways that create collagen or antioxidants, you bring good things in that you're deficient in, and you make your deficiency no longer deficiency. It is a sufficiency. That is crazy amazing. And your body knows how to do it. And there's 6 pathways that happens. And let me share them with you. So 1 disease, cellular malfunction. 2 pathways, or 2 causes, deficiency and toxicity. Activation handles them both. Here are the 6 pathways. Nutrition, we've talked about that. Toxins, we just talked about getting rid of those. Psychological, on the mindset one, we talked about that too. Physical, movement, we talked about that. Genetic, there are genetics and there are epigenetics. We're talking right now about epigenetics because is cancer, heart disease, and those kinds of things passed down through your genetics? Yes, on a small scale. But 90% of your longevity comes from your lifestyle choices or your epigenetics. And last is medical. Medical meaning medicine. It is a system that is focused on intervention when something breaks down, when the disease is already well entrenched. Our healthcare system in the United States is not whatsoever, not even a little bit, focused on prevention. It's only intervention after disease has set in, after the symptoms are plaguing you, whether it's something inconvenient or something terminal. The healthcare system here in the United States, based on medical, is waiting for you to get sick and then intervene. Let's flip that around and let's focus on keeping you well. To be well, heal the cell. To be well, heal the cell. When you heal the cell and you are well, you cannot get sick. If you are well, you cannot get sick. And the number 1 killers of human beings, cancer, heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's disease, dementia, those kinds of things, Parkinson's, you cannot catch that from someone. It's not contagious. By your lifestyle choices, by the things we talked about earlier, the 5 elements, the hydration, the nutrition, the movement, the mindset, and the transformation, which we're going to talk about next, all of those variables go into the breakdown of the human body in those 6 pathways. When those 6 pathways contribute to the deficiency and the toxicity, it leads to disease. That is not well. When you want wellness, to be well, heal the cell. That's where we should focus. That's the system of wellness, and that's the journey you're on. So in your pursuit of weight management and losing weight and getting well, let's focus on being proactive. Let's focus on prevention. Let's focus on limiting those 6 pathways as they contribute to toxicity and deficiency, as that contributes to disease. And never be sick again. How does that sound? That sounds like a plan, and you're already on the right track, and activation is the way to do it. So now I'm going to close with this very simple explanation, and I'm going to use a light. So the light above me, which is providing the illumination that you see, let's just say that's an on-off switch. If I flip it on, we have light. You turn it off, the room goes dark. That's activation. Activation is either on or it's off. And it's a pathway in your body that provides things like antioxidants or mitochondria or sirtuin activity or collagen or mental clarity or GLP-1, which we're really excited about. The switch is either on or it's off. In other words, your body's either making GLP-1 or making collagen or making mitochondria or making sirtuins or decreasing oxidative stress or making cognition great, or it's not. It's all or none. That's activation. And when you can find ingredients and trigger a natural pathway in the body that turns on that switch and gives the yield that you're looking for, that's how you heal the cell. That's how you get well. Now, supplementation, on the other hand, is not that way. Imagine that this light is not just an on-off switch. I'm going to demonstrate right here. Watch what happens. Ooh, it goes lighter, goes darker, goes lighter, goes darker. That's called a rheostat on the O-ring light I have above me. That is supplementation. When you have a deficiency in something, whether it's vitamins or minerals or macros or collagen or oxidative stress or antioxidants, when you have a need and you take a supplement, the supplement is a supplement. It's supplementing something you need but don't have. I'm going to say that again. A supplement is supplementing something you need but don't have. And the whole purpose of supplements, and they work really well, is to give you whatever it is that you need but don't have. Here's the problem. Here's the downside. Here's the limiting factor. Here's the Achilles heel to this approach. What if you take too much of that supplement? You can create a problem rather than alleviate one. What if you take too little? You still have the problem, but your symptom may be less. So that's the limitation of supplements. That's why it's based on dosing. That's why it's based on bioavailability, also known as absorption. Whereas the light of activation is either on or it's off. If you need vitamin C and you have a significant deficiency of vitamin C, 1,000 milligrams is better than 100 milligrams. If you have a significant deficiency in vitamin D, then 5,000 international units is better than 1,000 international units. That's supplementation. But if you leave it up to dosage, if you leave it up with, am I taking enough? Am I not taking enough? Am I taking too much? That's the inherent problem. But with activation, when you take the ingredients, you take the product that activates your body, it always, always, always knows how much, at what time, and why. And your body, when it's activated, will handle that scenario. Activation is always the right amount at the right time for the right reason. And here is the take-home message and final exclamation point at the end of the conversation of activation versus supplementation. When your body is activated, it will figure out its own hierarchy of needs. So maybe this oxidative stress, the first thing the body's going to do when it overcomes oxidative stress is handle this thing over here, which may be something different than that person over there. So 10 different people activated in the same pathway may have 10 completely different outcomes and experiences because they are 10 different bodies with 10 different hierarchy of needs of importance. And your body, when the activation is triggered and the pathway is triggered, will do what it needs, when it needs it, for the reason it needs it. That is the supremacy of activation over supplementation. Don't leave it up to chance. Don't leave it up to, am I taking enough? Am I not taking enough? Leave it up to your body to fix the problem the way it needs to, how it needs to, when it needs to. That's activation, my friend. So hopefully you understand now that you can take something or you can make something. Help your body make it. It's by far the best strategy. So are you activated? Have a great day. Take care and God bless.